the offensive coordinator, still very much involved in the process here with Dan Campbell.
He said, I've been doing this role my whole life. You know?
Two backs in together, Gibbs and Montgomery. Pocket collapses, Goff fires, it's caught. It's Williams turning upfield, and Jameson Williams.
So they're going to try and get underneath, and then you wrap around it here, because what the
takes the direct snap, fakes it, keeps it, runs it inside, and the gain of a yard. Somehow nobody went with Jared Goff as the option to the left as he was lined up.
Happened to be one of them. We have the other part of this is, you know, no Sam Laporta, and so I think they're being a little more creative here.
2nd and 8. Pressure with Bond. Goff off the spot, throws in complete at the feet. That he was doing it because he had the glasses on for the first time in the Washington game. I said, who gave you the most grief about the glasses? Said my daughter, Piper. She gave it to you without the glasses.
Make it up, Dad.
That's right. We've all been there. Montgomery. He's only going to get a yard or two as Jalen hardlock.
You know, this is one of those, it's not a long field goal night, probably. Look, going in motion now when you're talking about these situations up against a really good one in Cooper DeJean.
And nothing from the line.
Delay of game, offense, number 16. 5-yard penalty.
Jack Fox will try to pin the Eagles deep. Xavier Gibson's with a couple of teams. Chris, it's not a night for long field goals. I think what you do in those warm-ups, you get an idea of how far you can hit it from, but you also get an idea of how reliable. Choose not to go for the 58-yarder with Bates. Try to get Fox to pin the Eagles in deep. Gibson with fair catch. He's just not been as productive as he once was. Barkley to the left, chased by Hutchinson.
Receiver ever complained about not getting the ball before, but you know, I think bottom line, it's kind of enough. You're in a public setting, say something, and again, it becomes a distraction to the team, the quarterback, and the head coach.
Lee McNeil, the first contact. Campbell. Fred Johnson in there for Philadelphia, and it sets up 3rd down and long, and the Lions' run defense.
Battle is all it is. Now, I watched Pittsburgh and the Bengals, and they scored, 80 points the first time they played.
Will Shipley, the back. Twisting rush from Detroit. Pass is in of 8 in this one, and Philadelphia will punt it away.
Yeah, and the temptation is when you're playing against, this is a darn good running football team, like it did last year.
Lions double both of the gunners. Mann kicks it to the sideline and out of bounds. Raymond can do. And Barry Sanders. How good Gibbs has been as part of this Lions offense the last 3 years. And here he is running inside.
Record would be extra special because Barry was his childhood idol, and he always watched Barry's highlights on YouTube. He said he thinks he will do it.
Barry Sanders is around the Lions organization a lot. Tristan Colon remains in there at guard for the injured Ratledge as Gibbs gets among those on the tackle.
So what we're getting now are the safeties engaging late, coming down Lions offense to do.
3rd and 1, they'll do it inside. Gibbs is stopped. And Dan Skipper in there putting more deadline addition. Let's see what Campbell will do on 4th and short. Lions right on the ball here. Quick count, they go for it. Gibbs gets stopped at Jomo. Got him by the legs.
The Eagles just looking for the right position, couldn't take advantage of it.
Lane Johnson remains out, questionable with a foot injury. Hurts protected, taking a downfield shot into double coverage. Incomplete.
As you determine when the ball is snapped, you'll see Jalen Carter right here is going to turn around and look around and not be sure of what's your first down. Instead, your other guard, Kayode Osheka, is crammed back into your running back, and you don't get anything. You have to
still going. Back with the Eagles. The throw for Goddard is behind him as he was entangled with Branch in coverage. Success right now.
Well, the other part of it is that this offense has seen very little like that. And so many times he was the one that started it. Because if he starts running now, the safety has to come down once.
3rd and 10. Throwing sideline, and the pass incomplete. as Smith was overdone with the injuries and done a nice job for this Detroit defense.
Again, staying with the man-to-man coverage. We always talk about Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. But another time that now this Detroit Lions defense has come out and made a big play.
Pressure this time. Fair catch, tough to catch. 2 flags down. Is still in the 35-mile-per-hour range of Philadelphia International Airport, about 4 miles from here, just pushing through.
First down, Lions.
So add it, take it to the 36. Penalty on Jeremiah Trotter Jr. We're back at 30 seconds after this from 8 again for Detroit. After missing the last series. First down, not much for Montgomery, but he bounces it outside, patiently gets.
Eagles on defense is they have so much movement. You're going to see them jump at the snap of the ball.
Lions have third receiver Isaac Tesla, the rookie, in. They throw to Brock Wright, the tight end. On the right side, there are a couple shots.
And for the quarterback, he can point out who he thinks is going to blitz, and then all of a sudden they shift another way. But think about it from those
down. Facing third and a pair here. Eagles bring 4. Goff throws in the middle, incomplete. Again.
This is a read play here, and you're going to have this kind of movement. Now, if it's man coverage, he should. Amon-Ra St. Brown was right. He was continuing to run the route, and Jared Goff anticipated he was going to stop. Bang,
bang, up the middle. The Eagles ready. Lions have gambled often and done that. Stewart, who has a couple of kickoff returns. Teams, they know what the Lions are up to. And Stewart is stopped. And Philly has it at the 42. Football Night in America starts it at 7 Eastern Time. Again, good field position for the Eagles. Barkley tries to take advantage.
About the fake punt, it was the starting defense that was out there, and I don't think that Dan Campbell's fooling anybody anymore when he's going for it going a bit. Would sure help this man coverage on the outside.
2nd and 2, inside run with Barkley. 2,000-yard season last year, not finding that same success, but I thought you made a good point, Chris. Jalen Hurts
here too.
1st and 10. Hurts to the air, inside, high and incomplete. Hot throw.
2,000 yards and then tried to do it again the next season. So I asked him about Saquon. He said, when you come off a season like he had, Super Bowl win, doesn't know what it's like to win a Super Bowl. But he does know what it's like to have that kind of individual success. And he said for him, it was difficult to go in with the
line 1. He has been for a long time on those scouting reports. Brown is stopped by Robertson. Amik Robertson again. Only 3 points on the board.
Amik Robertson started as a slot corner, moved outside, but watch this great Lions defense to come up huge. If you're Dan Campbell.
Dane Johnson out of the lineup. 3rd and 11. Here's a Hurts run. Taken off, and Hurts hit hard. Stays on his feet. No body part down, according to. It was Al-Qadim Muhammad. Most of the time now it's being stopped.
Ball carrier was down at the 21-yard line. It is still a first down. It's still a first down.
Although Alex Kemp lets everybody talking about.
It's exactly what I'm talking about. When you have an ability to run from the quarterback position, that's a standard play. Getting one of the safeties playing down in the box to try and help protect against those runs. So there's a lot left on the table.
Inside there, DJ Reader, part of that. 2nd down coming up as we approach halfway in this 2nd quarter. And that lone field goal off.
The Philadelphia Eagles, in all likelihood, are going to win their division, right? You don't want to get your quarterback and Super Bowl MVP hurt after last week in the way this is starting.
Devontae Smith came to the backfield. Barkley, open field. Alex Anzalone brings him in his 9th year out of Florida with the stop.
The Lions, one of the few teams that play predominantly with 3 linebackers, try and do a lot of veteran leadership in those 3 guys, Anzalone, Jack Campbell, and Derek Barnes. I bet they have somebody spying on Hurts this time.
As he throws inside, Brown's got it. He's shy of the first down at the 16-yard line. He'll keep the offense out for the moment.
Not that Hurts was going to be involved in the run, and you got to play it here too.
4th and 5. Draw him off. You get a timeout, Philadelphia. Lions begging for that. Cooper, great Eagles fan. There at the Super Bowl, helped introduce the team. As always, early on, Sunday Night Football anthem singer. With us, Pete Davidson in the house as well. So some good folks here in Philadelphia, and after the attempted draw off, the Eagles go for the field goal.
Yeah.
See the goalpost rocket. Jake Elliott, nice follow through on the kick. And he is good from third sideline after the kick by Elliott, which is hard to feel, but is brought in at the 5 by Khalif Raymond. At least that's together. This Eagles defense has been really good. Lions are feeling that now. Goff had that pass deflected as he was trying to rip it in the middle.
Nolan Phillips, he is that bigger body. You know, they've got a bunch of guys, Nolan Smith, Josh Uche.
Round pick, and Howie Roseman had a few of them. Still has 2 left. Goff play action, throwing downfield. St. Brown on the run in space. Amon-Ra St. Brown out of bounds at the 40-yard.
And he's going to take this thing across the field. A lot of times they'll want to go inside the next receiver. You make that play, and the Lions just desperately needed a
40. Fake to Gibbs. Again in the middle. Jameson Williams on the run. Not going to get him. Touchdown. He did a week ago. And Williams going to get a flag for his celebration at the end. But the touchdown will stand.
You've got Adoree Jackson who can really run, but it didn't matter.
And this is where the penalty comes.
Unsportsmanlike conduct by Detroit, number 1. It's a 15-yard penalty on the PAT.
And it's hard enough to hit him from 33. And that's that continued next step with Williams unlocking.
Just going to blow hard right, so you better start this one at least at that.
Just exacerbates that issue. Wide right. So it missed extra points in the same day since 2022. So now Bates. Short. Up on the runner on the 13-yard line, and Gibson will take it.
Come right back to Jameson Williams.
Jalen Hurts from the 36. He throws. It's complete runner on the 45 to A.J.
Yeah, and if we ever got back to some of the RPO stuff, because we've already seen now that Jalen Hurts, if he takes off, two terrific receivers.
Back to the air. Lions bring an extra rusher. It's across and complete to Kylan Branson, who gets hit hard by Brian Brown.
He is one tremendous player. When he gets around the line of scrimmage, he can lay some lumber on people.
When he debuted on opening night a few years ago in Kansas City. Inside again, Barkley. Tempo here from the Eagles as Barkley gains around 5.
You can hand it off. You can fake. A lot of times the back's over here. You get him going that way. But then what happens is that big plays.
Tempted here. Pass complete on the sideline to Jahan Dotson. Best looking Eagles drive of the night so far.
Yeah, there's always a third receiver, right, on the Eagles. It just...
mishandled. And Barkley got right back on it. Lucky that when it hit a leg, it didn't ricochet somewhere else.
The ability, he's going to put it in his stomach and read this edge player out here on the side. But honestly, they haven't done it.
Take Bigsby in with Barkley out. Bigsby came over and trade from Jacksonville. Good addition to this Eagle.
There you go. Now they're opening up the playbook. This is the Philadelphia Eagles we used to see a season ago with some of those counters and pull-ups.
Bigsby bouncing to the outside.
I'm really surprised the Lions have been willing so far to stop running, especially when you consider they don't have their top pass blocker in Lane Johnson up front. So now.
One deep safety, Harper. Far right of your screen. Slant, thrown, Brown got it, 5-yard line.
One safety look, and then there's no way he can stop it. You got one of the great, powerful receivers.
To update the stats, that was the 8th target for Brown. 6 first half. First and goal, Eagles trying to take the lead. Barkley inside. Meets Harper. Second effort, touchdown. And Philly's on top. Look at the business end of this is that shin down.
Was it down?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it ever actually hit the ground.
I was thinking about it.
So far, it doesn't look clear and obvious to me that the shin does touch. We may have another look, but so.
Oh, right there as his knee comes down. Hasn't broken the plane yet. They'll take a look during the time. Opportunities to pound it in.
Flag. Go to set.
And Hurts surfs over the top and is in for the. So instead of a Barkley touchdown, it is rushing touchdown.
Obviously, what you worry about are those linebackers flying across the top, but you never really see Hurts out of control.
Appreciating the play and false starts. Eagles leaving early. It looked like they left on time on that one. Extra point is added by Jake Elliott. Philadelphia.